Hey guys, I just want to start off this video by thanking you because we just hit 15,000 subscribers, which means we've increased in subscriber count by about 50% since January, which is insane. But since that also means that so many of you are brand new to this channel, and so I want to try to explain to you a few things just to catch you up on how this place generally is structured. First of all, the big thing to know about my channel is that for the last 6 months, probably longer even at this point, I've been really committed to finishing every single playthrough I start. So, first thing I want to say is just, hey, that show you like, not cancelled. It might not have episodes for a while, it may have already had no episodes for a while, and I apologize for that. But that's partly because of the second thing I want to tell you about, which is that Dark Souls games, Demon's Souls, Bloodborne, and the Dark Souls trilogy, are kind of a big deal on this channel. Demon's Souls was one of the first things I ever played. My playthrough of Dark Souls 2 at launch gave me my first ever big spike. Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin a year later gave me the biggest spike in the history of the channel, especially because it was accompanied alongside Bloodborne with their very close release dates and everything like that. And Dark Souls 3, once again, looking to be a very big thing. And I'm totally cool with that. But there's just a certain element of trying to figure out how to allocate your time sometimes, because it is a time-consuming thing to play. And I do put out several episodes per day, and that's not always true for every show, but it's often worthwhile in this specific case, because the demand for Dark Souls content on this specific channel tends to be rather huge. And that's shown by the fact that when I upload a Dark Souls video, over the course of like the next 2 days, it'll get about 1,000 views within 48 hours, and they'll usually continue to swell from there for the following months and years, and it's just generally really good for my channel, and it just doesn't make sense not to capitalize on it when it's happening. To give you an idea, for example, of how this comes out, because you have to budget your time, ultimately. An episode of XCOM 2 will often take me 60 or 70 minutes to record. They're long episodes, big drawn-out missions, and I'm totally cool with that because I love XCOM 2, it's really fun to play. But that over an hour-long video will often get me like 150 to 200 views over the next few days. Meanwhile, I can spend the same amount of time, spend about 70 minutes recording 3 episodes of Dark Souls 3, because the reason why the XCOM 2 episodes are so long is because I try to do an entire mission in one episode, because cutting up episodes of XCOM is very frustrating, whereas cutting up episodes of Dark Souls is kind of necessary, because I don't want to upload a 4-hour episode for every individual region. In the time it takes me to record one episode of XCOM, I can record 3 episodes of Dark Souls 3, and each of those individual episodes over the span of about 48 hours will get me about 1,000 views or more each. So that means that I can spend 70 minutes recording a video that'll get me 200 views, or 70 minutes recording videos that will get me 3,000 views. And the scale there is huge. One of them's literally 15 times more efficient than the other one, if I'm doing the math right there on the spot correctly. Like, it's not even like, oh, this does a little bit better than that one. It's like, no, this is like, the demand is so massive for this thing compared to that thing. So, on a given evening, I always will prioritize trying to record the Dark Souls videos if I'm low on videos and it's time and I need more videos for the next day and so on and so forth. And then, once I know that the main series is safe, I find time to record whatever comes next. And right now, the top priorities, I would say, are Banner Saga 2 and Ratchet & Clank. Both brand new, both games where I was able to get a copy of the game, like a press copy before the game came out, and that's always an opportunity that's worth seizing. But Banner Saga, if we go by based on the first one, Banner Saga 2 probably won't be super long, because the first one wasn't super long, and Ratchet & Clank will be gone in a few episodes. Aside from that, my biggest priority is always doing the Patreon series of the month, because I don't want to take people's money and then not honor the thing that they voted for, so I'm making sure to always put out content for FTL as much as I can this month, because I don't want to fall off just to fall off in general. But those other shows you like, even if they don't have an episode for a few days or a few weeks, I will be coming back to them. Borderlands will have more videos, World of Warcraft, XCOM 2, Darkest Dungeon, Minecraft, Q&A with the side of Minecraft, Stories, Path of Destinies, Factorio, other ones that I'm not thinking of right now, The Quest, stuff like that, like, even if it goes on hiatus for a bit, I do finish my games. I have a very, very good track record for, like, the last 6 months or 8 months, like, It's been a long time since I've actually dropped a game midway through. The big exception is if I'm playing a multiplayer game and the multiplayer is an inherent part of the game, whereas if the other people don't want to play it anymore, then the series kind of falls apart because it's like not the same thing without the other people. If the other people fall off on that series, then that series will be canceled, and I can't do anything about that. So a good example of that is Black Desert Online. There's clearly some demand for more episodes of that, but if I can't get Wander to play it, and honestly we're both kind of having less and less fun with it, so it's kind of harder to convince him to play it in general, we just might never get more of that, and it's unfortunate, but it happens with WildStar and Old Republic and stuff like that. And so I'll just try to pre-warn you guys again that that's always a possibility with multiplayer stuff, is if it doesn't make sense to carry on alone, then I'll just axe that series if the other people stop wanting to play it anymore. And that's a bummer, but it's the one exception. Otherwise, I'm really good at keeping track of these things. So that was really the core thing of this little video I'm making, is just to remind you guys, or inform you guys, because so many of you are brand new because of how many subscribers are coming in every day. I want to try and inform as many of you that are new around here as possible that yes, I finish playthroughs, so even if we don't have episodes of The Quest for a few weeks because I'm just too busy with a few other things, once I clear my schedule again a little bit, it will come back. And I'm hoping to sprinkle in some more Darkest Dungeon and XCOM and stuff like that soon, after Ratchet clears up, because that gives me a little bit more space. And, you know, after a few real-life things clear up, I'll just have more time to record things too, which should hopefully help. These last weekend and next weekend are both messing with me because it is my birthday month, and so I have a divorced family, which means that I have to celebrate twice as many times, which is not really something to complain about, but from a recording videos standpoint, it means just more time spent not being able to play these games and record things, so it makes me fall behind. And it's not really a real problem, I'm just explaining what happens here. But yeah, I would say don't hold your breath, because we're talking about a schedule that takes days, so you would literally die. In fact, you'd hold your breath over the course of this video and die. So that's a bad idea. But yes, that thing that you like, unless it's Black Desert Online, that thing that you like that I've played within the last month or so, but maybe hasn't had episodes lately, it'll come back, trust me. Factorio and whatnot, everything, yes, I'll finish these things. It's just sometimes scheduling's a nightmare, and there's only so much time in the day. But thank you for your patience, guys, and I hope you guys stick it through. I know some people already are like, I'm unsubscribing because Dark Souls is bullshit and stuff like that, and it's once you have thousands of people, you get a real strong lesson in the fact you just can't please everybody. Every decision that I ever make will be wrong to someone. But hey, that just means that when everyone leaves, that a higher percentage of people that are still around are the ones that like my decisions. That's one way to think about it. Anyway, enjoy the Dark Souls. Or enjoy anything else I can manage to put up if you don't like Dark Souls. Thank you for your time like always, guys, and I enjoy your continued support. I'm really enthusiastic about the continued growth of the channel, and everyone it's important to note that I'm talking to I'm kind of talking to a small camp of naysayers or people that don't quite fit under the umbrella, but the whole reason why Dark Souls is such an event in the first place is the fact that such a huge percentage of you are really psyched about it. So, enjoy Dark Souls, and I'll see you guys next time.